All right guys, I've been teasing this for a little while now. My equipment's about to get a significant upgrade. I'm here at Audio Element in Pasadena, California. Stick around to find out what I'm upgrading to. Say hello to my new turntable. This is the CLEARAUDIO concept from Germany. Sonically, visually, beautiful. We're gonna take this bad boy, get it all set up. You're gonna see all the steps it takes to get this hi-fi machine up and running. All right guys, I am here with Sean, the service manager at Audio Element. How's it going?
Nice to meet you, Matt.
Nice to meet you as well. It's a very exciting day for me. Probably not as exciting for him, but...
It's always exciting, Matt, I promise.
Good answer. All right, so we have the turntable here in the box. I'll open it and see it in all its glory before this man sets it up.
Go ahead.
You ever seen one of these before in real life?
A couple times.
Couple times? Yeah. Wow. This is the turntable. I'm just kidding. You can please take this away because I'm already scared. So this is the CLEARAUDIO concept.
Yes.
First things first, having not heard it, the aesthetic, it is absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, it's what the Germans do.
Yeah, this thing is just from the tone arm to the actual, everything about it, it's beautiful. Like this would look nice in anyone's home.
Sleek, simple.
Yeah, I love this. I mean, I am used to my vintage Pioneer. I have a PL518X, and that's pretty much all I know. That's been my whole vinyl journey. So this, first of all, is my first modern turntable.
Yep.
What do you think about modern versus vintage? What are your thoughts on that?
So it's not that vintage tables can't be good or desirable, but materials have changed a lot in a very short amount of time. So tolerances are tighter, manufacturing's better. There's materials like carbon fiber, resins, ceramics, glass. So overall, they're just better built and therefore better performing nowadays.
So this thing is not even close to set up.
No, we got some work to do.
If I were to just have found this at a store and bought it on my own, there's probably no way I could have done it.
The average person, probably not.
Probably
you need some
not.
tools, a little bit of knowledge, and some practice. Yeah.
But that's why it's cool to come to a store like Audio Element, because the dealer experience is that you come here, you learn about which table you want from everyone that's super knowledgeable, and then you guys actually do the setup.
Absolutely.
So they bring it home and it's ready to go.
Every table gets pulled out of the box and done completely by hand from the ground up.
I can't wait to see this. I feel like I'm just going to be amazed by what you're about to do. So what's the first step? What do we do?
So we pulled everything out of the box. We kind of stage the tooling, you know, the bits and pieces, and then you just start with assembly, and then we'll move to cart setup, and then testing. And we do adjust some things by ear. So yeah, the whole process takes around 45 minutes for a table like this.
I'm here for the long haul. Let's do it.
Cool. Let's get started. So Matt, one of the first things you do need to do when you get a table home or while you're setting it up is to make sure it's level. You know, the platter is a spinning object, so having it be level is the best way. If it is at an incline, that can affect how pitch works. Same for the tone arm. Since it's, you know, controlled sort of by gravity, if it is on an uneven surface, it will tend to maybe pull one way or the other. So having a turntable on a level surface is 100% the right way to run them.
Great.
Any skate is done in any number of ways. CLEARAUDIO tables, they utilize a magnet system.
Oh, cool.
So it's actually this mechanism here.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And you can see sort of these dots on the side of the tone arm. As you were to shift this closer, you're increasing the sort of magnetic force, and that's the adjustment.
Wow, it's awesome.
A little cleaner than the hangy weights on some of the other tables.
Yeah. I would agree.
And a note on that, we always level from the plinth specifically as opposed to the platter.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's awesome. Okay. Even the counterweight looks nice.
Yeah, again, everything is super tight tolerances, like CNC machining, it's borderline perfect.
There you go. Can't get much higher praise than that.
So step one when you're installing a cartridge is to start with the right weight, because that's going to dictate sort of the rest of the adjustments. All cartridges have a specific weight that the manufacturer wants them to be at, and then we use a digital scale also from CLEARAUDIO to accomplish that. And this cartridge in particular is the Concept MM. That'll track at 2 grams.
Okay. Cartridge upgrade capabilities, what are we working with here? Are there limitations? Is it kind of like the sky's the limit, or is there a specific type that goes best with it?
So this is what we call a sort of standard 1/2-inch mounting system. It can pretty much take any cartridge that you throw at it. This is a great table. The sky's the limit with cart choice for sure. So later on down the road, when you're ready, we can definitely explore that as your next system upgrade.
Cool.
Yeah, so once we have the right weight on a cartridge, it's time to align it. I liken that with customers to getting new tires. Once you put them on a wheel, you have to balance them, or the ride won't be very good. So yeah, once it is weighted correctly, I go ahead and just fix the platter. We use what we call a denizen for this, sort of a three-dimensional jig that accounts for arm length. And what we're shooting for here is that the stylus is going to be absolutely parallel in the groove. That way you want to hit both sides of the groove equally as best you can, which will match left and right channels. So the reason we use this half-inch mounting system is because it allows me all kinds of play with the cartridge. And you want to hit a very specific point here and then also parallel. So having the two screws gives you a back and forth and a rotational adjustment. So once we've aligned the stylus, Matt, we have to re-weight it because we've likely moved it positionally, which will affect the counterbalance. So a fun one to discuss and debate and set up and tweak is what they call VTA. So when the stylus is riding on the record like this, VTA slash SRA, which stands for stylus rake angle, VTA standing for vertical tracking angle, sort of the angle that this tone arm is sitting. And by raising and lowering the tone arm, you can adjust sort of the rake. The idea here is you're shooting to sort of match how the record was cut originally by the lathe. Theoretically, if you match that angle, you get the best reproduction. So this is something that you shoot for by starting with the tone arm being parallel to the surface, and then we tune the rest by ear.
Okay.
As best I understand it, you're looking for a general 3-degree reverse rake, but we do tune that by ear. You can measure this in other ways, but we think testing by ear is the best method. So that's a good place to start, being parallel, and then we'll tune it by ear from there.
So this platter, what is the platter made of? This is...
Right, so like I said earlier, materials have changed quite a bit over the years. This is a particular special plastic, more or less. It's called POM. We call it POM. It's basically a high density, non-resonant plastic. So it's stiff, it has weight, and it doesn't ring, say, like a metal. So it's one of the best materials you can use for this purpose.
Wow, okay.
And because of its chemical nature, it's close to vinyl. You actually make direct contact with the surface. The record goes directly onto the
So
platter.
there's no slip mat at all?
No slip mat on this.
Wow,
Yeah.
interesting, okay.
So Matt, on tables that do have an adjustable speed, we will always check those out of the box. Not all tables do, but in this case, Clear Audio does add that for all 3 speeds. So we'll do that with a strobe disc.
That'd be a cool center label.
Right. Some records actually have that on the label. It's pretty cool.
Oh, that's awesome.
Sort of a built-in mechanism for you.
It's almost vaguely zootropic.
Right. So the adjustments are on the back. That's why it's flipped around. Yeah, so fresh from the factory, these are set, but due to shipping and how the way oil settles and reacts, it is a physical bearing. So it also has a level of break-in, same as the motor, being electronic. So we do set these off the bat, and then this is always something that you can check later on down the road to make sure that the table has settled, but is still on speed.
So, looks great. What's the next step?
Well, we've done most of the hard work.
We've done it together.
Yeah, we've done it together. You were an excellent assistant.
Thank you. So are you.
At this point, we're gonna give it a listen, see how it sounds, and do the ear adjustments.
The question is, what record to listen to?
That's a funny one. I've been trained to set these up with Nora Jones.
Perfect.
We
Love
hear
Nora
that.
Jones.
We hear that about 50 times a day here at the shop. So at this point, it's yeah.
As long as it's not Mumford & Sons, I'm fine. Oh, it sounds beautiful.
So Matt, on this track, a lot of what we're looking for is all around full presence, but specifically when you get the cartridge at the right VTA that we spoke about, the vocals will really lock in. There's a lot of grain to her voice, and when you hit the right spot, you'll really hear that. There's also the bass in the back, and you want to make sure that everything's just in balance. You know, it's not overly bright or distorted in any way. But here, very specifically, is that vocal that we're looking for to center up, lock in, and get the grain.
Great.
So Matt, we've gotten to the VTA adjustment. Now we try to do this in a measurable way. So here we've used business cards underneath the tone arm. This will allow me to remove or add business cards in a repeatable manner. And then you just make an adjustment, listen, and you go back and forth until you find that perfect spot.
Okay.
So Matt, you can see that one business card of a drop made that drastic of a change.
Yeah.
Just one. Definitely a little more locked in, presence to the vocals. But we'll drop it down one more to see what change that'll make and go from there. Okay, Matt, we've tuned the anti-skate and the VTA by ear. We've also taken into account that this will break in. So the cartridge is an electrical item. It has moving parts, magnets, coils, rubber. So this will break in a little bit over time. It will
40 to 50 hours?
We say 40 to 50. That can vary wildly by manufacturer. They'll kind of quote numbers. But at the end of the day, we say just play it, enjoy it. One day you'll turn it on and probably just notice that it's that much better. And then you've probably reached that point.
It's like a beautiful surprise.
Exactly.
Cool.
Like a cocoon.
Like a cocoon.
Yeah. All right, so the last thing I do like to do is we talked about that left-right channel balance. This is a tool called a phosgometer. What it actually measures is what they call crosstalk between the channels. What you're trying to do is reach the lowest total amount of crosstalk matched left and right. So there are a number of ways to make this adjustment, and we do that by changing what they call azimuth, which is if I took this and just rotated it this way, that will change the cartridge riding in the groove. Not all tone arms have that adjustment, but this one does, so we will absolutely test that.
Great. You could tell me pretty much anything right now and I'd just be like, that sounds great.
No, you wouldn't call my bluff. So Matt, we test azimuth with a test record. It'll basically play a set tone just on the left channel and then just on the right channel.
Cool.
And then using the phosgometer, I'll be able to see how well matched up we are.
Could have brought mine phosgometer if you told me. There's so many.
Just keep it under the bed.
Yeah.
Yeah, in a box.
Some of them, yeah.
Yep. So as you can see, Matt, there's a little bit of a difference between the channels. So we'll go ahead and rotate the head shell.
Great.
And make that adjustment. Okay, Matt, we've made all of our adjustments. We've done all the listening tests. We've tested everything possible. The table's absolutely perfect. And in this case, after the Norah Jones, you have to spin a little Metallica.
Got to go to the other side of the spectrum.
The opposite end of that spectrum.
Yeah. I'm ready. I'm excited. So the coolest part about this experience for me is that it's so different than just going on Amazon, buying a turntable. You learn so much and you get to see it all come together, which I guess builds a closer attachment to the equipment, which is really cool.
I mean, can you imagine watching your car get built?
Exactly.
It'd be quite the experience.
Yeah, so for those who are watching right now, what are your thoughts on people that don't know a lot about hi-fi, are interested, but maybe a little, trepidatious when it comes to jumping into it? Even at a budget, a store like this is monumentally useful for someone that's into music.
Yeah, absolutely. I think hi-fi has a little bit of a strange reputation where people think you have to automatically spend tens of thousands of dollars. You absolutely don't. When CDs came out and now iPods, music is so easy to digest, but if you learn a little bit, you put in a little bit of effort, maybe spend a little bit more than your average CD player, you can achieve such greater sonic results, gets you closer to the music. We tell people you spend a little bit more now, but you'll actually end up listening more in the long run. You'll be drawn to it. The value shoots up through the roof.
Absolutely. So Audio Element is my store in Los Angeles. This is in Pasadena, but if you're in the LA area, this is my store. If you don't know where your store is, go to Musical Surroundings. I'm gonna link to them in the description. Talk to Garth, he's the owner, and he'll tell you where your local hi-fi store is. Go make friends with him, just say hi. And if you are in this area, make sure you come to Audio Element because this is just one of the best stores I've ever been to. And thank you for setting up this table.
Thank you, Matt.
I can't wait to bring it home and just listen forever.
Yeah, that's what it's about.
Exactly.
Forever.
So thank you to Clear Audio, thank you to Audio Element, thank you to Musical Surroundings. I want you to leave a comment if you have any questions about hi-fi or audio in general. I'll answer the stuff that I can, but there's a lot of people in this room that might be watching this video that could probably answer your questions too. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. We can do some more videos at this store, which will be cool. And make sure you subscribe to this channel and following Audio Element on all social media.
Yeah, appreciate that. You're always welcome to give us a call, no matter where you are in the country. We'll do our best.
Perfect. All right, guys. Till the next video.
Cheers.